Happy times, everybody. Welcome back to ZSR, another Crosskeys match. We got FearAgent versus Flipheal. This is a round 5 match, and it's a 3-in-1 match. I got Wally and Clearmouse here to talk. I got Pichu and Jaxie to do some tracking. I'm restreaming. This is Tom Attack, as per usual, and I'm going to let the comms take it while I go back to dealing with some orcs. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Hello, Clearmouse.
Hello, Wallkicks. Good evening. How's it
Good
going?
evening. It is going lovely. It is a wonderful Friday evening here, almost 6 p.m. here on the best coast, even though I'm, a couple hundred miles away from the coast.
I didn't realize that you were on Pacific time zone. I don't know why I didn't realize that. But we're gonna pretend that you just recently moved there. Not that you were there for the last, I don't know, 2 years or always. But
It's been 10 years since I've been back
10
on the
years.
West
Okay,
Coast.
all right. Well, it's just, I don't do math. Okay, I have been just given numbers and I will accept them. So
I have
that is-
lived I have lived in the Pacific time zone for the better. Let's see. I was in college on the East Coast from 2010 till about 2015. So 30 of my 35 years has been in the Pacific
Wow.
time zone.
Okay. I'm glad I only found this out recently.
Yay! Anyways, we're doing
anyways.
a Crosskeys seed. Once Flipheal decides that his stuff gets fixed, I'm watching. Well, I mean, his stuff is fine. You just needed to turn it on.
Yeah. And I think actually Flipheal actually earlier posted a picture of a location called Crosskeys in the Discord server.
He did.
Presumably it's from Jersey somewhere, which then made me wonder. I'm like, is there a connector that would just take me from the East Coast to the West Coast? I don't know,
No,
but that would be pretty
we
cool.
need that to happen. It'd be pretty easy. Can we just do connectors to like all of the major places you want to get to?
Yeah. In fact, we also make them like shorter connectors, like a Brothers connector or Elder
Brothers
connector.
connector.
Those were, yeah,
Yep.
I like those.
I agree. Yeah.
Not like Fairy Ascension, not Spiral
No,
Cave. No.
no. We don't want Spiral Cave. We don't want Fairy Ascension. What are the other gross ones? Maybe trying to do like Turtle Rock, trying to get to Laser Bridge, and
Oh my
you
gosh,
don't have
no.
access the other way, so like you need to find a cave in Samaria in order to even get there. It's weird.
Yeah. Hopefully, though, the connectors are going to be pretty kind. These guys are looks like almost ready to go. Same hash always is a good sign when you're watching a race.
Have you ever commentated a race where they have different hashes, Clearmouse?
Sadly, yes, and that was usually not a good sign. And I believe actually these were like back in the day when 10-minute delay I think was still like the norm rather than the exception. So then we would see this 10 minutes later, we're like, oh no,
Oh no,
oh no, yes.
Yeah, we have issues, but yes, this is, I believe, a 3-in-1 matchup. You would think, as someone
This is a
who
3-1 matchup, yes.
helps run this tournament, I would know these things, but I don't. We immediately start with a nice lamp.
Wow. Okay. All of a sudden, these dark connectors are going to be no problem, like Death Mountain Ascent connector, Death Mountain Return, whatever connector.
Who
Those
allows for an early lamp? What is
I don't
the point
know.
of all this?
Well, we can ask the mayor. He is the one that has been handling all logistics. So, very, very big thanks for Allison and Trez. Those are the ones I think mainly the main contributors. Although I think other people have given like feedback and testing and stuff. But as part of the devs, everything seems to have run super smoothly this tournament so far. Very, very appreciative. I don't know, though there might be a little bit of dissent based on the seeds that have been rolled and doled out. That there might have been some impeachment calls, but that's just kind of the normal riffraff of rando.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to impeach the mayor after just a couple of days, I think you need to be impeached yourself. But
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Crosskeys. This is
okay.
Yes, I am. That's a almost vanilla sick kid. I believe the settings for the seed, by the way, are all dungeons with the starting mirror scroll. So the mirror scroll essentially allows us, when we are in dungeons, that acts as a mirror, and we are able to mirror back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Yeah, you do see this feature. I think it was actually originated in door rando, not necessarily the branch, but just when people have doors, you end up shuffling a lot of the rooms within the dungeon. Sometimes it's required for you to
Yeah.
have to, like when you end up at the dead end, you have to go back to the beginning. But that kind of got migrated over to the doors branch in order to generate seeds, and of course now it's been adopted in Crosskeys. This feature I think has been, I would say, fairly well received. A lot of people like to do it, but of course, this tournament also, I think another nice feature was if you don't want to play with it, you don't have to play with it. In this case, Fear and Flipheal both said, "I would like to play with a mirror skull." So here we are.
Yep, this is, one of the things about this year's edition of the Crosskeys tournament is that we allowed for a multitude of options to kind of expand what sort of Crosskey seed you're going to play. It's still at its base Crosskeys. Like we didn't bring Insanity Shuffle, we didn't bring Doors into
Darn.
this.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. But in order to still expand it a little bit, we offered a variety of like alternatives that as you mentioned you had the opportunity to opt into when you signed up for the tournament. And so one of the things was like the mirror scroll. One of the things is like, do you want to play all dungeons? So those are the two modes that were selected here. And as you said, we can also just not select anything and play just a regular Crosskeys.
Yeah, really expanded a lot of the options. And by the way, speaking of a dungeon, I believe we've got a lot of Kakariko explored. I did catch GT on Flipheal's side. Nothing really in Hope Room, which is really, I think, the only thing we can get. And of course, we saw him use that lovely mirror scroll feature. Instead of walking out of the dungeon or death warping, he just was able to use it. Flipheal, not quite sure what he's... Does he maybe want another bomb?
I think he's looking for another bomb. Yeah, okay. And like we've seen, Fear has largely done Kakariko and has 22 rupees to his name for it. So it's not like there's a lot that he was able to get out of it. We do see a hook shot though in Link's house.
Yeah, that's hook shot and lamb. So two very, very nice items. Hook shot. You see Flipheal using the hook shot, being able to latch on a little farther. They're basically like an extension of his vines, just more metallic. And yeah, they can also be used as weapons. That's probably one of the bigger ones.
Yep,
not for blue guards.
Yeah, but we were doing a check of the sun prize, which is unfortunately only some single rupees this seed.
Yeah.
Fear did see that there is the well here at Lost Woods, but still no bomb. Doesn't want to leave anything behind. Mini Moldorm Cave, another thing that you would like to see. Fear just really wants something.
Yeah, well, a big magic drop is pretty nice, but it doesn't help him right now. Oh, I guess we're just going in. I don't know if we have much of a choice. It was really unfortunate. One bomb would have been great. Like, we at least did not have to, in this case, double dip the well.
There was a little bit of an opportunity for Fear in Kakariko. He did find the 20 rupee cave, didn't take 20 rupees, and did also find Chess Game in Kakariko and didn't have the money. Fear's going to get this hook shot, and I would almost be like, man, I should just save and quit and go right back to Mini Moldorm Cave, but he's going to explore a little bit more. He wants to see the sun prize. He's trying to get anything he can. We just want bombs. It's really what we want.
Yeah, one bomb, even a bomb shop right now would be spectacular. We did see Flipheal finding one. Flipheal, yeah. So then he has now 10 bombs, a little less cash, but I mean, we don't have to necessarily afford Bottle Vendor right now. You mentioned there is a rupee farm that we can actually just get as a kind of a last resort type of thing, but it is available.
Yeah, and
hopefully
we've also
we'll just
seen
find money
Paradox.
elsewhere.
Yeah, it's like we've also seen Paradox here in CAC. I think we've actually seen 2 of the 3 entrances. Flipheal's taking one right here, and there's another one in the Fortune Teller house north of CAC. So 2 of the 3 paradoxes are already taken care of, but we're gonna see what the items are.
Oh hey, look, we need those.
We do need
probably
those.
Need that. Yeah, all dungeons, of course, means that we are going to have to find both Castle Tower keys. We have to go defeat Aga 1 and Aga 2. Not necessarily for the items behind them, if any, but we do have to defeat those bosses. So Castle Tower keys are always welcome.
Ganon does in fact call us a dingus if we try to defeat him without completing the goal. I don't know if he's a dingus, but he just says you can't beat me, which I take as him calling you a dingus.
Oh yeah, he's actually quite insulting, right? He calls us a lot of names. He's not a very
And
nice
I would say it's
enemy.
almost as if he's a bad guy.
Yeah. Maybe he's just misunderstood. Have you ever thought about it?
No.
Okay, well, I haven't either. But I would like to maybe think that in another world, maybe there was there were
Maybe
yeah,
in
like
another
the
world,
backstory. Yeah.
Link is the one with the Triforce of Power, and he's the one always trying to capture Zelda, and Ganon is actually the good guy. Maybe in Ganon's mind, he is the good guy this entire time.
Yeah. See, well, if you look at what Link is doing, he's the one going into houses and breaking pots. He's the one going to dungeons and disrupting the denizens there. He invades like the back of Escape, and now suddenly like he wants all of like the rats gone. I mean, come on, like that doesn't sound like a hero.
Pots are natural enemies of men
Natural
in
enemies.
green tunics.
I see. These inanimate objects are natural enemies. Okay, I gotcha. Uh-huh.
Yes, absolutely. They're made to be broken.
Remind me not to take you to any art
Do not take me
galleries
to a
or like
pottery-
pottery classes. I'll keep that in mind for the next time we do a collective activity.
Fair enough. Let's see. So Fear is now heading over to South Kakariko. We saw Flipheal do this. Flipheal heading to the eastern area. We do have Sick Kid over there. Oh no, that wasn't Sick Kid. That was Smith. And
Yeah,
No
Smith.
Bottle.
Yeah, Sick Kid was in Kakariko, very, very close to the actual, like, it was in Chicken House, so very close to his original home.
Pichu, yes, I want to go to the Louvre to see the Joconde.
You know that once you say it, that's the official pronunciation now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
10 out of
I'm
10
learning so much on this. Yeah. Fear. Okay, Fear actually did a little bit of scouting on the torch. I don't actually think Flipheal did that.
I don't recall seeing it. No. So there's a mail upgrade on the GT torch, and considering we already have one mail, I doubt we will get it.
Yeah. And this is another the major reason why people like having mirror scroll. Excuse me, not mirror shield.
Do people like having mirror
shield?
No.
No. Flip might just kill me for that statement. But yeah, because we don't like death warping, especially when we end up inadvertently picking up mails or heart containers, and that just takes us a lot more time. So we can leave the dungeons faster.
I mean, with the mirror scroll in hand, the mail upgrades kind of are, you don't mind the mail upgrades at this point whenever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't have the mirror scroll or the mirror when you're in a dungeon, you're like, I need a death warp, and then you're like, I am at 11 hearts red mail. I am not death warping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tends to not be fun. That is a nice cane of Samaria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, following an undesirable spiral cave one way without boots connector. We do find our way up the mountain, and of course, as you mentioned, we get a nice cane of Samaria with the full magic bar, so we actually can use that as another weapon. Fear finding his own connector, though. This is desert.
Yeah, we didn't see Flipheal take either of these. Flipheal chose to walk over to the 50-50 bushes and try his luck. Fear ends up at the pod area. A little too early to really want to do much Dark World exploration, given how much Light World stuff you have.
Mm-hmm.
But, something to keep in mind.
Yeah. And bunny walking is usually somewhat more, I won't say like polarizing, but people do tend to have more opinions about whether or not they want to bunny walk or how much they want to bunny walk. But as you kind of pointed out, though, this early we have a lot more breadth to cover, and we don't have a pearl, we don't have a mirror, so it's just our options are very, very limited, and we're gonna have to pass by a lot of things that we can't do. So maybe not necessarily the best time to take it.
Yeah, and like given where Fear was, like, it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world to walk over, check the other entrance on the way to the pyramid ledge. But there's just too many things. Like, there's just too many things right now. So I fully understand and agree with Fear's decision. Fear got a small key to something.
Ooh.
Nice sword.
I did not pay attention to see which small key that was, although I believe Jaxie and Pichu might have caught that. Don't want him necessarily put them on the spot necessarily, but they're pretty sharp. GT key, thank you, Jaxie.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
our wonderful trackers doing the usual wonderful things.
Like all the work. Yeah, I know.
Like all of the work while we just
Yeah.
talk and have fun. Because
looks
clearly we're also keeping track of entrances, right? Like you have a map open, surely.
Well, the map is open in my mind. Does that count?
Fantastic. Yes, that's more than me.
That's okay.
I'm gonna let these runners just kind of do their own thing and assume that they know what they're doing. Which they're 3-1. They're better than me, so it's all good.
These guys have been around for quite some time. I'm not actually sure how long they've been in the community, but I do know that Fear was one of at least earlier people. He is of course the founder of League, and League has been around for quite some time. So at least then, Flipheal probably has been playing for quite some time as well, but very very seasoned. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And as you mentioned, Fear being the creator of League, really, and League is really one of the major tournaments within the rando cycle here at A Link to the Past randomizer. Like I'm talking like that's an actual place.
It is. It's great. What connector do we take to get there?
We take the bow and that glove.
Yeah, what the heck is this? That is a very okay. That is, yeah, those are quite the nice find. We will never turn down bows. We will never turn down gloves. And they just happen to be in the same location. Okay, we did find Ganon. Where is Ganon?
Ganon behind Aga 1.
Okay, see, we didn't even need to have it be all dungeons. We were just going to do all the dungeons anyway. We were going to climb, and then it just happens to be Ganon's behind Aga 1. So we were going to do that anyway. And of course, the good news about Ganon behind Aga 1 is that we are going to know. So we're going to find these boots.
Yes.
That is what I'd like to see.
Yes. Fear did find a different way over to the mountain by following the Brothers Connector, which is at the Lumberjack house. So he will also be picking up his glove and his bow, along with everything else that Flipheal did here on the mountain. The one thing he isn't going to do is get the Cane of Samaria, because that's how Flipheal got to the mountain, was using the connector. So we'll see how long it takes Fear to get over to the eastern area to do the mount, or to eventually go get his Cane of Samaria. A couple of other things that we did that of note. Flipheal bomb jumped the Spec Rock connector and got spit out at Misery Mire, the entrance that he cannot get back into. So he's not going to actually know what the logical path, or what where the connector is logically meant to take you. He did find the third desert entrance though, so we do have logical mire access, just different.
Yeah. Also, just see Flip got spat out at Bumper Cave Top. Another very common dark roll connector. We don't have a mirror, unfortunately, but we know how to get back there. And then also, as you kind of maybe pointing out earlier, that maybe want to limit our dark world bunny walking for the time being. We can go do something else. We'll just get spit out at Dark Shopping Mall. That's fine too. I'll just connector after connector.
well, I mean that ended up working out for him because he found the Spec Rock connector that he.
True. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So that ended up actually working out for him nicer than had he just taken the connector as normal. And something that we're going to see a little bit different here, that again, based on how Fear got to the mountain than how Flipheal got to the mountain, is that Fear is essentially ending his route here on West Death Mountain, which I don't think had any connectors. And Flipheal was able to end his route on East Death Mountain, which had the connectors that he was able to take. So be curious to see what Fear does when he's done with this side of the mountain.
Be scared of piranha plants that can swim, or fake swim, because we've taken a little shortcut over to the potion shop.
Look, if there's a piranha plant at any point in my life, then I'm already just afraid of it naturally.
Very, very fair. I would also not like giant teeth chasing toward past me. We found Hype Cave at Potion Shop. Hopefully nobody feels too bad once they get here. Okay, we don't feel bad whatsoever.
Nope.
The swamp big, but Other than that, nothing really to write home about.
It's one of those like when you see it, you're like, oh crap, I could have been here super early. But like also, the first 15-20 minutes of a Crosskey seed, chances are you're just going through your light world stuff, and so it's just a matter of order of operations. And in this case, it didn't have anything of significance.
Yeah. We did see this Flip had found swamp earlier, but no flippers, despite the fact he is swimming. And of course, we haven't found the dam yet, so no, the water hasn't been drained. Nothing really that useful so far, but it's always good to have before we end up being able to go into the dungeon.
Yep. And Fear, like I said, given that he was on West Death Mountain, decided to save and quit as opposed to taking the other connector on East Death Mountain that he saw, but it was just too far away, which totally understand. Now though, with this glove, he's gonna have plenty to do in order to get to a bunch of entrances, particularly in South Hyrule.
Yeah, looks like I'm gonna follow Flip for the time being. Probably gonna do go over to Potion Shop. He does have Zora money for what it's worth. I don't know if he necessarily wants to do this, but he can continue on after Potion Shop to go walk to Zora, like maybe like the intended way that you were supposed to get over there with the glove.
There is some worth there. Like you have the bow, you have bombs. If there's an item on Zora Ledge, you can sequence break to it. Without the Moon Pearl, you can't necessarily do whatever entrance is at the Waterfall Ferry, but it's still visible and is still worth checking out to maybe keep in mind for later. So doing that sequence break, I think, is not a bad play, dependent of course on what is actually over in Light Shopping Mall, which I believe Fear found a connector there pretty early on. So the only entrance that's left for him there is the glove entrance.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and at least this time, as you said, because we have the glove, we don't necessarily have to be too shy about going to different arcs of Dark World or regions of Light World, because like one of the hesitations about going south is that regardless of which direction you go, left or right, there's always going to be one glove lock location that you may or may not be able to get to, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to come back here because the time I come back here is going to be 35 minutes from now, and yeah, you might feel a little bit bad.
Yeah. Flipheal's going to get his stuff at a minimum arcade that Fear already got, which I believe was just a small key.
You took TR, I think? Yeah.
That sounds right, but we'll note here in a moment. Yeah, TR, good job. Noted that Fear actually has 3 Turtle Rock keys already.
We have not found any entrances to Turtle Rock, though, correct?
Correct, but like with the 3 TR smalls and the Cane of Samaria all in logic.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about. Normally, when you get this many things to one specific like dungeon or location, you're like, it feels a little bit suspicious.
Yeah, you're definitely like, do I do things? He's like, am I looking out for this?
Yeah, I would like to personally see some seeds where you basically have to go through Laser Bridge to go all the way to the front. Like you can't normally you can try and beat Trinex and get a free warp to the front, but okay, if you have all 4 TR keys, like you can just you can be forced to go all the way to the front by yourself, like through the actual dungeon itself, because the other connectors or the other entrances could just be like Desert East or Mimic Cave or something where it's like you can't actually enter in, you have to only exit.
Yeah, very true. Let's see. Yeah, Fear is kind of divvying up South Shore, doing the dam, heading west. Curious to see where his next move is going to be. Here's the chess game that we didn't see earlier, just 50 rupees.
Yeah, we're getting richer by the minute.
Flipheal will be getting his Master Sword. Probably will take that connector, given that we have the hook shot.
Right. I was trying to think. Actually, right. So Fear has the cape, but I guess he was the one who went to Uncle earlier. And Flipheal, I guess, hasn't been there. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. Through that entrance of Bumper Ledge, we can actually just hook through. We don't necessarily need a cape, although the cape also gets us through. Speaking of Turtle Rock, by the way, Fear does not have the Cane of Samaria, but he did find one entrance.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Fear Agents, given the location of this Turtle Rock entrance. You kind of wish he had the Cane of Samaria. I mean, he doesn't know that it's readily available, but this would be a good time for wishing that you had it. I'm a little surprised that we're killing the Pokey given our key situation, but
yeah, I guess we're here. We're gonna run out of
that's
magic
kind of what it
soon,
is.
though.
Yeah,
I'm so scared.
it's fine. He's on blue mail. He had done most of the damage.
Yeah, and he knows that a big magic refill is coming after this check, so he's not worried about being conservative with his magic. Just 20 rupees though.
Also that. So let's see. So Flipheal staying in Kakariko. I wonder if he has intentions of heading to Ice Armos, because with the cane, with the sword, with the lamp.
Oh my gosh!
It's not logical, but definitely doable.
Oh, Fear finds the flippers though at Shams. That's logical, correct?
That is logical, yes.
Yeah. All right.
And
well,
so, that gives Fear a clear path as to what to do next.
Yeah, definitely sounds like we can. If you weren't going to do the Zora and water checks now, or then, you were definitely motivated to go do them now. And Fear, just like Flip, has more than enough cash to pay off any debts or future purchases that he wants.
Yeah, cash isn't an issue, and now with those flippers, it's like, oh, I don't even need to worry about attempting to sequence break. And yeah, I guess as chat pointing out, it's stretching doable because it's actually not that hard.
Yeah, I guess especially if you, just warp yourself to the top room, right? And do that, you should have enough time in order to sequence break.
Yeah, I mean that's how you always have to set it up. But like with the hook shot, you're able to get your hook shot out to hook shot the torch, which gives you enough time. Flipheal though is not going to do it, which again, perfectly fine. Given that we're still 25 minutes into the seed, I probably would have done it. But again, no harm, no foul.
Yeah. And this is maybe something also of like comfort. Maybe especially at the beginning of the seed, you don't necessarily want to do too much out of logic. Although in this case, since we could, and you were kind of right there, we maybe would have made an attempt. Oh, but talk about
nice.
logic.
Yep.
The hobo is paying off, not actual money, but progression. That's quite good for Fear.
Yeah, and that's going to send Fear pretty much to GT essentially. So to respond to a question chat, can someone explain the explanation of logical and crosskeys? So crosskeys is the mode that we are playing in A Link to the Past randomizer. Basically, what is happening is the crosskeys is combining two words of crossworld and key sanity. So crossworld is the kind of entrance shuffle, meaning you can enter. You have entrance shuffle, and the cross-world aspect of it is you can enter. You can go into an entrance in the light world, go out the other end of that entrance, and be in the dark world. And then, as AA is explaining in chat, logic is how we guarantee that you can beat every seed. So,
basically. Go ahead.
It's basically saying, hey, the hammer is not going to, the hammer that Fear got is not going to be in a location that requires the hammer to get.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The game is designed so that you can't, regardless of how you use your items, how you use your keys, you cannot soft lock. You can't, basically get yourself in a possible situation where you can't beat the game.
So this... I would say, massive shout outs to this randomizer has been around for a long time. So massive shout outs to everyone who has ever worked on the randomizer to get the logic and be able to like generate seeds that don't break. Like that, there's a significant amount of time investment there.
Yeah, and for also, yeah, as you said, kind of how long things have been around. We've like the best kind of testing is live user based, right? There have been, I don't know how many seeds have been generated over the course of the years, but at this point, if you generate a broken seed, I would be extremely surprised. Like it's probably, chances are there's just something that maybe the player has overlooked, as opposed to like the seed actually being broken. So.
Yeah, assuming you're using the standard.
Yeah.
Standard branch, like there are I forget the exact word that is used, but there are branches of the rando that are unstable. Thank you, good job. That could potentially generate a seed that is logically broken because it's unstable. The point is it's kind of there for testing purposes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be probably putting off Zora for just a little bit because we found Hyrule Castle as the waterfall entrance.
we're just really not getting to Zora here.
Yeah, we don't even have the Hyrule Castle key, but maybe it doesn't matter if we don't have the Hyrule Castle key, because we've already done Back of Escape, and we can do Dark Cross here, assuming Fear. Oh, yeah, we have the lamp. Never mind. It's not even sequence breaking.
have the lamp. We have a mirror scroll. Yeah. Like this is comfy. This is you mentioned the mirror scroll being something that is becoming more and more accepting in the community, and I think it's pretty well known that I'm not the biggest fan of bringing the mirror scroll into non-doors modes. And part of the reason for that is just it has nothing to do with logical implications, but just it's a decision-making aspect of it. But again, that is neither here nor there.
Yeah. Also interesting, by the way, Flipheal also killing the Pokey. Again, like with 3 TR keys, usually speaking, like 2 is more than enough for you to do everything, but I guess we're here, so we can just kill it.
Yeah, and like the only thing that you're concerned about is if Laser Bridge is at a non-accessible entrance, because Flipheal is going to take this to the front. He doesn't know that the front is readily accessible in Light World Shopping Mall, which will actually route pretty nice for him, given that he's about to pick up his flippers and he'll just be able to do all of the flippers checks in here. But because he is here, because he's here taking this front. Nice boots, by the way.
Very massive.
Sorry, I know I was in my explanation, and I know you're like, ooh, boots. So I was like,
I know you should finish. Well, okay, I didn't want to say anything more.
but yeah, because Flipheal is going to be able to do this one check. This will be an initial check that Fear doesn't get, while at the same time getting him to an area where he can just go straight into the check for the flipper checks.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the fact that he'll find out where, I guess, like TR main is, I was gonna say maybe one regret or disincentive is that he doesn't have the fire rod, even though he does Mario, so he can't do roller room. But if it's easy enough to get back to, right, not gonna be a big deal. It's just more of the knowledge at this point.
Yeah. All right, so Fear's headed north. I'm
cross, right? He did
not do Dark Cross. He left because like I get why he left, because he wanted to do the Zora area checks. A little surprised he kind of didn't go back, but I guess he didn't have incentive because there was just nothing there on Zora Ledge to kind of push him back. So he's definitely leaving a couple of things behind. Dark Cross is something that is absolutely in logic. So he's slowly running low on things that could have his Moon Pearl. I think that's kind of our next big item of progression at this point is the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, because we definitely we already have a hammer, we already have a glove. Hammer is what Flipheal's gonna pick up right now, and we got a couple connectors already over to Dark Worlds. I'm not really sure how much the mirror will do for us, but I think you're right. The Pearl is one of probably like the next logical pieces of progression that we're expecting.
Yeah.
Speaking of logical, though, we did find Spike Cave on Fear's side earlier. He's came back to this after he has the cape and half magic.
Yep. He also found half magic somewhere. I don't know where that was. Hey, look, it's our 4th Turtle Rock key.
What is in Turtle Rock, dude?
Well, it's interesting because we have decent access of Turtle Rock without needing these 4 keys. So like, I'm not sure what we would find, and more specifically, it's Pendant Turtle Rock.
Yeah,
So
we don't have any. Yeah, we don't have the big key. We don't have any rods either. So it's not like Trinix is coming up like momentarily.
Yeah, so very curious. So let's see. Looks like Fear is going to do the stuff here. Flipheal is going to head into Hyrule Castle. I'm assuming he's just going to clear it and get his boots as well.
Thinking. He's
you got
a
the
long sigh.
You've got the mirror scroll. This is fine.
Yeah, I would like to see if he checks Dark Cross, especially now. Once he gets the boost from Zelda Cell, he can mirror scroll to the back to where he started, and then if he wants to take a connector, he can. But as we kind of saw what Fear didn't want to follow any connectors. I'm curious to see what Flipheal wants to do after this.
Yeah, like I suspect he'll do largely what Fear did, which is do the front, mirror out, and then from there it's just a matter of will he do Dark Cross and then mirror back and leave. Like I don't imagine he's going to do a connector right now. I think he's more invested in figuring out what Zora and Zora Ledge have.
Yeah, those are definitely the things in logic for sure. Yeah, and I guess maybe you can try and put that off again with like Catfish once we kind of get over there. But again, then I don't know if you want to go there. Oh, okay, we have the Turtle Rock big key in GT.
Okay, well, I mean, again, this is all leading towards like laser. So now we're like heavily looking at Laser Bridge at this point, because this TR key is in logic, or the TR big is in logic.
Oh yeah.
Like it'll be super interesting. Yeah, because we have the K, and we have access to TR entrance. We can very easily get to Laser Bridge.
Okay. And then this is okay. Big key to Skull Woods. That's all 4 GT key locked.
Yep.
We haven't found. Yeah, Skull Woods front yet.
It'll be very interesting if like both the Fire and Ice Rod are on Laser Bridge, and then just like Trinix has the Moon Pearl.
Oh my gosh!
like congrats! The first dungeon you're clearing in logic is Trinix. Is like Pendant Trinix.
I can't believe these guys have swords. I mean, what is this? Is this easy mode for them? I know they've been around for a while. I was kind of hoping that it would be like swordless, maybe fighter sword. They have half magic. What more do they want?
Yeah, but they also have hammer. Nice silver arrows there for Flipheal.
Yeah.
Little Monka for Fear, but
yeah, I don't know when he wants to go. Oh, but okay, Fear finding a flute, the big key to desert, and a fairy in a bottle. Okay.
All right. Those are very good things, for significant routing purposes. So like now we have flute, now we have boots. You know, movement in this game has now become very nice, and specifically for Fear, given that the King of Samaria is at the flute spot 5 entrance. He will now get that much easier, and he'll have a much easier time to get back to Turtle Rock.
Kind of makes me wonder where all these GT keys are, the small ones, because we do need a lot of them to put the stuff in logic.
It's true, but the stuff that we're finding isn't necessarily like required here and now. You know, like the flute is absolutely nice, but you know, we have access to the mountain, which means the flute is superfluous aside from movement.
True. Yeah.
The desert big and the Skullwoods big keys are locked behind all 4 GT keys. So again, nice to have. You don't say no to those, but you also realize that those aren't things that are helping me right here, right now.
Yeah. I think we got a shield from that chest that Flipheal just decided to bomb.
That would explain.
Yeah, this is something that unfortunately, I don't know if he actually would have safe scummed or just soft resetted if
I was
there was
gonna say,
nothing
like,
else back there.
it wouldn't be that hard of a soft, or it wouldn't be that long of a soft reset. So like, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if Flip has to go find a picket somewhere. I remember in Pilot Spoiler, if he got tricked into getting a shield by his pilot, he would just go find like a picket in Skull Woods or like Ice Palace, lose the shield, and then continue on playing.
Yeah. Flipheal of note specifically believes that he is good on his blue mail, did not pick up the red mail.
All right, Fear just making a quick check after draining the dam with his newly activated flute. All right, is this gonna be? Yeah, this is gonna be smart.
That's a very nice little thing that Fear did, like, because it's something that you don't think about doing once you like, when you get the dam, you're like, oh, I need to check the dam item at some point, and then you're just like 30 minutes later, it's like, oh crap, I certainly haven't walked past my go mode on that screen before. There definitely isn't a clip of me being in like big key go mode, walking out of like the Swamp Palace entrance with the item like visible and me just walking away. Like,
are you serious?
Yeah, it's. I'm like, and then like it took me like a minute, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I just saw a big key. Like it took me like a full minute.
Related, yeah, okay. Related, did you win a Crosskeys title out of curiosity? Yes.
Unfortunately, I have one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. You know what? Whatever you do, if you have a title, it just means that it is a champion move.
I don't recall how that scene ended, but I probably didn't win.
You gotta crack a few Crosskey seeds to make a Crosskeys omelet. I have no idea, dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm still hungry.
It's
okay. All right. We gotta.
Gotta focus. Focus.
Yes, that's right. Well, Fear got a Samaria, so he's gonna finish up the eastern area. So what is he? I don't know. If you're in Fear's shoes,
if
are you rushing back to TR? Like,
I think you have to. I think after you clear this out, your next play is 100% Turtle Rock. The game has screamed Turtle Rock at you for a while now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have all 4 small keys. We have the big key. We don't have any rods, but we can get to Laser Bridge, which is 4 checks.
So Flipheal's never gonna get that Bob's chest.
Was there anything important in that chest? I hope not.
I don't think so. But
okay.
we're just never coming back for that. That check is dead forever.
You try to go fast, and then you end up messing up, and then you so all of a sudden your total collection rate becomes 215 instead of 216. Imagine that. That's actually just saving time right there.
Yeah. All right, so Fear is actually going to choose to go check the Hyrule Castle connectors.
Okay.
It's
maybe Dark Cross here.
I'm sure Dark Cross is also going to be part of it at this point.
Okay.
Again, we're to the point in the seed now, especially given the connectors that we've seen, that like we're not necessarily looking at a connector as our next possible progression. There's a couple of places that we could end up, like either these Hyrule Castle connectors could take us to the top of Death Mountain. It could take us on top of Hyrule Castle. There are still places that we could be that connectors would be useful. I just feel like you would want to maybe prioritize a little bit more item dense checks.
Mm-hmm. All right, Fear's probably glad that he at least went back for Dark Cross, because it would have been kind of nice to have for Ice Armos, but Fear did a nice job with the boss, so no harm, no foul.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look, we can actually get back in for once. Amazing.
It's wild how that works.
Usually when we get locked out of boots lock locations, it's because we don't have the boots for like an hour and a half, and then you're just kind of sad. Oh, hey,
no, I'm just kidding.
No, well,
no,
okay.
let's not dwell on that. That was a nice Bombos medallion, by the way, in the TR or in the desert big chest.
Yeah. So that does give us entry into Ice Palace. We have Kane. We got a couple swords. We just don't have Ice Palace.
We do have Ice Palace, in fact.
We have Ice Palace. Oh.
Okay, having said
I definitely missed that.
That is a very out of logic Ice Palace, given that the Desert Big was behind 4 GT keys. So I don't know what your appetite for Ice Palace would be, but we do have plenty.
A big
Like
and a small.
like we
key?
have a big, a small key, a Cane of Samaria, and the ability to clear it. Like that's a perfectly fine play to make. It's just that's probably not your Moon Pearl right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
If it is your Moon Pearl, like if your Moon Pearl is an Ice Palace, you are probably very curious about a Fire Rod.
Yeah.
And as chat is pointing out, this is also all dungeon, so yeah, just do it.
Yeah, there's gonna be no consequence, basically. I'm not really sure. Like, maybe the Colster fight could be sped up a little afterwards if you find a Fire Rod, right? At the end, maybe you'll find a sword in there. But yeah, it's not gonna probably get much faster than what we have on our current equipment.
Yeah, and Fear is hitting up pretty much all of his connectors at this point. A little surprising at that. And it looks like Flip is just gonna go straight to Ice Palace.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely miss this entrance. Okay, so we don't have a lot of magic, but we just need enough to cast 2 Bomboses, because we can't really do anything else. Oh, and I guess enough magic to cast to break the shell with Bombos, but that's like way like 2 minutes later. Basically, when we're gonna have magic pause before the boss. We just need a little bit of enough magic to get through the dungeon.
Yeah, the more Fear doesn't go back to Turtle Rock, the more and more I'm getting slightly worried, because like now we're doing Tile Room.
I mean, is he here just for Tile Room? Like, will he sequence break right side?
He does not have a small key. He can't even open the key.
Oh, you're right. We spent all of our small keys on the left side. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is just for Tile Room. Maybe he's worried that like I was a little late to Cave Samaria, so maybe there's actually something here. This is in logic. I'm kind of right here. Maybe, but I am hoping that he goes back and does the TR relatively soon.
Yeah, and I mean, this is also just maybe Fear just being thorough here, like, which is also an acceptable thing. I just, in my head, I'm like, man, we should be going to where we know we have 5 items logically accessible to us. Fear is going to get his Bombos medallion here, which means he'll also probably beeline Ice Palace.
If you go to Ice, yeah. We did find the Thief's Stone Compass in the map chest, which is not a compass chest. I didn't catch if we found anything else in Ice Palace. I think the answer so far is no.
Yeah, we have decidedly not found anything of value here so far.
Yeah, well, at least if we're gonna find no value, let us find no value quickly. There's like the right way, the wrong way, and the max power way. The max power way is just faster.
Also very true. So Fear is gonna check to see where Right Side Desert is. So he'll pop out in the mire area.
Okay, just 10 arrows in the big chest. Both Fear and Flip have the big key. That was pretty early. I think Paradox, actually, I want to say.
That sounds correct, yeah.
We found... Yes, we have Flip... but we have no way of actually getting to the first chest. We do not have a pearl.
Yeah.
We don't have a mirror.
Can't really do that.
Flipheal also finding... we have batted 7 out of 8 for nothing. Hopefully Colster will have something. At the very least, though, Flipheal has made progress, and he's going to get his first prize of the dungeon of the game. So whether that could be Crystal or Pendant. We were probably going to full clear this dungeon anyway, because it's just open. So it's not really going to be any real-time loss. Like, I really don't imagine Fear being able to somehow go mode Ice Palace.
Definitely. So Fear is heading back into Desert, which means we're going to check Desert left, which I forgot where that led, but I didn't think it led... this was the pod area, I think? Maybe?
Oh, yeah, he was over here way earlier. Yeah, you're right. It was Pod Hint, I think? Or no, it was Fake Pod. It was Fake Pod, yeah.
Which...
It doesn't matter which one. It's in the pod area, yeah.
Right, but now I'm like really concerned Fear has forgotten about Turtle Rock.
LTR? As in he's doing these like bunny walking shenanigans.
Yeah, like now we're bunny walking, and that's not a good sign. not to say it can't be the answer. It just there are other things that I think we could do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, especially was Flipheal over here earlier? Like, I mean, but it's not like
Yes.
Fear has anything better other than check pyramid item because he doesn't have the mirror. I mean,
Doesn't have a
unless
mirror, doesn't have the
yeah.
moon pearl.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just we might have had a little too much to drink, as the space monkey.
Yeah. So Flipheal did finish Ice Palace. Turns out it was our green pendant. So again, because it's all dungeons, had to do it anyways. But a little bit of an extra perk is now when he finds Saha Ashla, he'll be able just to get the item off of Saha, no problem.
Yeah, very, very convenient. Always bring your own pendant if you can. Saves you an extra trip.
Yep. Okay. And now we're gonna do something rather gross. We're gonna Death Warp here in Pod. Did Fear not have? Fear chose not to Death Warp here, so.
Yeah, which is again understandable. Maybe he just didn't want a sequence break. But I'm pretty sure Fear found Pod super early. I want to say either.
Yeah, cause this is just on West Death Mountain or West Dark Death Mountain. Fear Flipheal has a man.
Oh no!
You hate to see it.
Is this sunk cost fallacy? Tell me. Are we just supposed to continue?
This is crap. I forgot. I am too deep into this.
Yeah. It's glad to see, by the way, the Fairy Revival Club going strong, adding new members, renewing current membership. Still continue onwards. I would expect the same.
Oh, this might actually be the best thing for Fear.
Oh well, yeah. Okay, on the one hand, he's back in Turtle Rock, which is great. On the other hand, oh my gosh, one thing that the Mirror Scroll does not let you
surely
do.
He also has. Surely
he remembers about his fairy.
He
is not gonna remember. Place your bets now. Place your bet. No, he doesn't.
Fear absolutely has a fairy.
Oh my gosh! Both of the Winter Rando room for TR. Oh no. Yeah,
all right.
Okay. I guess we're just committed.
Nobody lost any time just now.
I'm sure these guys super don't feel bad about losing all this time to their perceptive opponent.
So going back, why this is good for Fear is because he's going to be able to take this to Laser Bridge. I was going to say Fear really needs to find Laser Bridge in this, in his Dark World exploration loop. Because he found this entrance, he's going to still be able to take it to Laser Bridge, which is where the Moon Pearl probably is at this point.
Yeah. Right, and we can.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, but like we can logically get to Laser Bridge, right? We don't have to do what Fear did, right? We just go through the other.
Yeah, TR left and the front of TR, for that matter, are both accessible in Lightworld, so we have access to this. And even better for Fear, he got the book out of it. Who doesn't love a good book?
I'm a big fan of reading.
That's right. Everyone is a fan of reading.
Okay, Fear's gonna replenish on his magic real quick.
Read your book, kids.
That's right. I was part of the Book It Club, and they gave me pizza. So, I mean, it's a win-win.
We will bribe you to read with pizza.
It worked very well on many kids, okay? I'm just saying.
Look, sometimes you just know what kids want.
Oh, hey, look!
Oh my!
Wall kicks.
Oh my God!
How did you know there was a pearl? Amazing. All right, where is this entrance? Where is Laser Bridge? I'm pretty curious now. Oh, it's a pyramid fairy? Oh no. Okay, yeah. All the more reason for all 4 Turtle Rock keys to be suddenly available. Plus Cane, plus big chest, or big key.
Yeah. So, Fear, please go north and not south. But anyways.
All right, meanwhile, though, Flipheal with his 2 pod keys and his very hard-earned, dedicated Bunny Revival, Piranha Revival into pod. I'm trying to remember if he actually found anything so far. He surely must have, right?
I don't think we found anything so far. Oh, even the Thieves Down small key. Okay.
Yeah, Thieves Down small is a very intriguing small key. I would have to think though.
No additional sword, no mirror, no rods.
So what do you think about Flipheal's prospects though to go over to Turtle Rock? Like he's gonna do this after the
I mean
after all
that
this?
has I would say that has to be what's next on his list of things to do. Like it's just a matter of remembering. Oh, hey, I have all of the TR keys except he's missing one. I don't remember where the fourth was, but apparently his. Oh no, he has 4 on his personal tracker, I think.
Okay.
Flipheal did
Mirror-
not beat Trinex. We do not have any rods for that.
Okay, this is gonna be TR, and then he, I guess he is going to miss out on the book because it has a TR big chest.
He'll miss out on it for a couple of more minutes. It's not going to be too bad because the old man save and quit being at Bumper Cave makes that Dark World trip very, very easy.
Okay. It's a little unfortunate that Laserbeak just spit out a Pyramid Fairy because, like, again, like I know the both of you guys have been there, but also like when you get spit out there, you would like to have the mirror at that point so you can do the top of the castle. But
Also
this mirror is kind of MIA, so to speak.
For now.
For now, yes, for now. I really can't imagine a situation where the mirror is not going to show up. I mean, it like, yeah, I guess technically maybe we don't need any mirror lock things, but the mirror opens up quite a lot of stuff. So I would just think that it would have eventually show up at some point.
Yeah, and I think so far, we're 50 plus minutes and we're kind of transitioning in from the early game to the mid game. That I would kind of consider the early game as like your stuff that you do before the Moon Pearl, and then once you get the Moon Pearl, you begin to transition into mid game because you have so much more readily available. What we are seeing is that Fear kind of spent a little bit of time before getting the Moon Pearl, doing things that didn't come to fruition very well for him. And so with Flipheal now getting the Moon Pearl, only 2 or so minutes behind Fear, Flip has an entire Ice Palace on Fear at this point.
On Fear. Yeah, excellent point. By the way, we found Castle Tower with our Hyrule Castle small key, so that is the logical boost that we now have.
Lovely.
Yeah. I understand that some people like to. Yeah, I was gonna say like they like to play only within logic, stay within logic for your checks, but sometimes I'm willing to sequence break logic for good things.
Also true. Flipheal did find the right side of Hyrule Castle, which I yelled at Fear to go north. I did forget that he had already actually seen that entrance.
All right, well, we're gonna get the other fish. Check. This is again, no mirror has shown up. Flippy has already done all of these things. Probably the best time, honestly, because we got spat out at Dark Potion Shop, so then we may as well just clean up this loose end here.
Yep, and I believe there's also one entrance. Skullwood's nice.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say there might have also been an entrance still at Dark Shopping Mall, but I Flipheal is just saying I'll worry about that later because I know there's a connector there.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now which connector he got spat out of. It was like the rock or the cave. One of those, but yeah, he couldn't do. But there was one kind of entrance that he could not check. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Skullwoods looks like is our third pendant. Because like for Turtle Rock we found Ice Palace, and then but that's the mirror.
Oh, that's a really nice. That is a really nice mirror for Fear, and one of the things that can sometimes drive you into whether or not you do Skullwoods or not is, do I have the fire rod? Do I have the big key? So Fear was able to make the correct play and get his mirror out of it. So very nice.
Yeah, major value here for Skullwoods. Do we also have the Skull Big?
We do.
Oh, okay. We also have a temper, so holy cow, Skullwoods is loaded.
Right?
Yeah, Skull Big was in left side GT, excuse me, that's right. So this is locked by all 4 GT keys, and let's just hope that for Flipheal sanity, he does never check this check.
I mean, he's absolutely going to. We're heading in that direction.
That is very true. Let me live in my bubble. before he gets there.
I was like, you can live in your bubble for like another couple minutes, and then unfortunately, I must pop it.
Maybe he'll find a picket. We can still get rid of our shields early. Once we get the mirror shield, though, that's curtains.
Isn't there one like in Skullwoods, like readily available there?
Right. Yeah, it's near the entrance on the left-hand side, I think.
Poor Fear.
Yeah.
that dead rock.
Yeah. You shouldn't let Dead Rock's body shame you, okay? Like, we're all here to exist with each other. He's just being unreasonable. Which is why again, we would like the powder, would like the quake. These guys shouldn't be bullies. He has powder.
Clear Mouse, are you a speedy walker or do you walk slow?
No, I'm definitely a speedy. I live in New York, walking. You can't walk slow in the city.
Okay. Bad question on my part, but that was supposed to be like the start of this whole conversation. Is like, so when you are walking fast and you begin to approach someone who you are walking faster than, how do you approach passing them? Especially if as you're walking, you kind of note that they're kind of just like, maybe it's just me, but like I'll take stock of like a person walking in front of me, and I'll note, oh, they're walking with a purpose, or oh, they're not walking with a purpose, and like I can't tell if they're like slowly walking left or slowly walking right. Like, you know, this person might only be this X wide, and yet their path of me getting around them, I have to like walk like 6 feet to the left.
Yeah, yes. This also maybe for disregarding my own safety, I'll like walk on like the road, like where cars go.
Please clear
in order to so I mean, it's like equivalent going out of bounds, right? What's the worst that can happen, right? Yeah, so
as long as you can clip back inbounds.
Right, yeah, and no one's watching, right? That's how this game works.
Anyways, we're both doing checks that the other have done. So, you know, Fear taking the little bit of advantage that Fear is essentially doing Ice Palace, while Flip is going to get his mirror tempered and second shield.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm necessarily, let's say, like surprised by Ped having nothing, but it is notable that the first probably 3 dungeons we've actually done anything in. There's another one of Flip's bombs. Are all pendants. Like, have we found anything else?
No, we really haven't. And like it's a little interesting, but I also think it's just a little bit of the product of the seed. Because like, you know, you mentioned, oh, the first 3 dungeons we're kind of in and doing are pendant dungeons. And yes, that would normally be like I should pay attention to that. But also, you know, the pendant dungeons that we have are Turtle Rock, which require the fire and ice rod. Skull Woods, which requires the Skullwood, you know, all 3 Skull Woods keys and the fire rod. None of which we have. So like we haven't, you know, yes, the dungeons that we are clearing right now are the pendant dungeons, but the ability to clear the pendant dungeons are far away currently still.
That's also a good point. Yeah, as well. Of course, yeah. Fear did check pedestal for us. We do not need any more cash at the moment. I don't even think it's like good cash either. It's like 20 rupees. This is not completionist. This is not hundo. We do not need to pull the pedestal for that.
Fear remembering that he does not have a fairy anymore, so did powder the anti-fairy to get their health back up to full.
Yeah, so we do have sword beams, which won't only do much. But Fear, one notable difference is that Fear has red mail over Flip. So if you thought maybe Flip was a bit cavalier with his health on Cold Stare, Fear is, I think, even going to be more open. Yep. We're just gonna tank any hits. It's fine.
Yep. Fear notably also has red mail.
Oh, hey, look, it's Dark World Ice Rock Cave.
The natural location for such a thing.
Wonder if that water walk setup was out of habit. Or maybe we're just gonna use it like right here. I don't know.
I mean, there is a big key on there is a big key that we can go get off of
that's right.
Hylia Island.
Oh my gosh,
Also,
Flip, he's so smart.
It's true. Also, hello everyone from ZeldaSpeedRuns. Welcome, welcome. This is A Link to the Past Randomizer, the Crosskeys Tournament 2025 edition. You're watching FearAgent and Flipheal. This is a matchup of 3 and 1 runners. We are playing all dungeons, and I would also say we would be starting with a mirror scroll, but we have both since found the mirror, so that is no longer a thing.
Yeah, basically all dungeons, cross keys. So instead of telling you giving you some false hope that you only need the 7 crystals in order to beat Ganon, and then you end up doing all of the Pendant dungeons anyway, and then climbing both towers, you're actually going to get credit for all of the dungeons that you complete.
It's true. So the big key that was on Lake Hylia Island was the big key to the dungeon that FearAgent is currently in, which is Thieves Town. Notably, FearAgent also doesn't have the small key, and I know Flipheal has that. I don't remember. That was in Pod. Yep.
Pod, yeah, Pod Dark Maze. So
answered my question there.
That's right. This is what happens when you remember things. It's a hit and miss type of thing for me. Is that the Swamp Small, by the way? Is that what I saw on Desert Ledge?
I not gonna lie, wasn't looking.
Okay.
That would be a very convenient Swamp Small, given the fact that Swamp Palace is here in the Mire area.
Oh well, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Well, we have the hook shot. We have the flippers. We drained the dam.
We have the Swamp Big Key. We're just gonna.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, it's a great feeling when you're able to, especially for dungeons like Ice Palace and Swamp Palace, when the big keys can be pretty out there, like elusive. And then you're like, well, do I clear this dungeon? Because I'm gonna have to leave this one check that's pretty far buried into the dungeon, and I've come back for it. It's a great feeling to be able to single dip this one place.
So yeah, so you're just full sending yourself into Swamp Palace at this point.
This man with a machine gun, one of the, I think, fan favorite tracks for Final Fantasy music.
Oh,
approve.
I'm definitely listening to Fear's audio.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we're playing with Flipheal's audio on
Flipheal's
on
audio,
stream.
yeah, for MSU.
Yep.
We've found a big key to Hera. I think there was a small key to Hera also in Rando Room GT, I believe. So I guess whenever we go find Hera, that's another fully clearable dungeon. We do have our fire source that we got in Sanctuary, of all places. So...
Right.
Okay. You're finally back on Bumper Ledge? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. And Flip is going to do left side first. Faster, slightly. We end up going to the top, so we get one clean dash to the left, as opposed to like going down to Compass Room, and then getting that chest and going up, and then to the big chest, and then going back over. We'll just get all that stuff on the way back. Okay, Fear, though, I assume this is going to be... Is he going to Catfish? Maybe? He is like part of North Dark World.
I say I don't think so. I think this might have just been this one. Well, but he's going back in the portal, so yeah, this could be a Catfish into Dark Shopping Mall play.
Okay.
I mean, he also needs to go get that big key that's on Hylia Island.
True,
so
true. Yeah.
Probably just the most efficient way to do so.
If you're also realizing that he does not have mitts, it is a common thing that we want to be able to do to lift rocks that are darker colored.
Crazy that you need a lighter colored mitt to lift darker
Yeah,
colored rock.
it's actually a good point, yeah. Left side swamp having 10 arrows and... Okay, pod key. Can't complain about pod keys.
Nope, that is, I believe, 3 for Flipheal, because he went into pod the first time with 2.
Yeah, very painstakingly long Death Warp. Bunny Revival. Oh, I'm kind of curious. Where's our Moon Pearl? Oh, we have our Moon Pearl, right. Yeah.
Clear Mouse, I don't know. Please, Clear Mouse, tell me.
Listen. My memory only has like a finite number of slots, so once I remember one thing that happened, something else gets pushed out. And if I
know that feeling. I know that feeling.
Another compass and the compass. Oh, if it were Swamp Palace compass chest, that would have been quite chagrined, amused. Okay, look, we got the bread boomerang and Swamp Big. Again, we don't need it, but yeah.
You just call it the bread boomerang.
I said bread. I hope
Oh,
not.
I definitely thought I heard. I thought like bread isn't like food. I'm like, oh, it's the bread
Breakfast
boomerang.
time. Yes.
Breakfast time. Breakfast time.
Yeah. Actually, there was an earlier matchup. It was for this week. It was muffins versus bread. Kun. I was like, man, this is the most breakfasty like matchup I think we're ever gonna get.
Why wasn't that restreamed? Like, the commentary would have been amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It should have been, and they actually did schedule. I think at like I want to say maybe like 10:30 or 11, so it's like perfect brunch time as well.
You've tried throwing crescent rolls, but they never come back.
Yeah, these really stale crescent rolls, Will. I'm sorry.
This is chat. You're amazing as always.
I know. Our chat is awesome. All right. Well, we are here. Flipheal using his probably most accustomed equipment. Very talented MG runner. At least for phase 1, so very nice Euro cycle. Of course, we have silvers for phase 2. Lickety split. We got a lot of compasses.
And really, what has kind of become a universal theme for this seed so far that isn't Turtle Rock, you ain't finding, or at least you ain't finding stuff in your dungeons.
Yeah, a lot of it has been actually out in the overworld. Right, Ice Palace was completely open. I guess we did find the Pearl in Laser Bridge.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, yeah, the mass majority of things like Hammer, Glove, like all the other things were just out in the overworld. Looks like, unfortunately, maybe 1 pixel off. Is that what happened for Flip? Got a mirror bonk.
Yeah. Alright, so Fear is gonna take. He's gonna go to the castle.
Right. We have the mirror now, finally. We also have every single possible means of breaking the barriers. We have a sword. We have, I guess, we can get past the barrier with the cape.
Yeah, and like given the fact that this is all dungeons, I would be a little bit tempted to try to put this off and combine it with a potential AGA 1, AGA 2 clear. Of course, the negative of that is if, you know, your ability to clear AGA 1 or AGA 2 is here. Nice Meyer Big, by the way. That'll be a full clear mile when you find it. You are just setting yourself up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
That was on Green Pendant, by the way, wasn't that?
That was, yeah. That was on. Which one was there? Ice Palace. Sorry, right.
Ice Palace, yeah. All right, well.
Okay, so finally we got some value out of that thing. It was not even on the dungeon.
Not even in the dungeon.
Yeah. We got the broccoli guy too. I realized I put out the broccoli guy after I was talking about food. It was not intentional.
more food.
No,
somebody
not intentional.
Somebody get Clear Mouse some nuggets.
You can eat breakfast at any time of the day. All right, that's what I've learned from Waffle House, Denny's. What other day?
I'm reminded of SGL a couple years ago. Nice fire rod. Hello. When I was doing commentary, was I doing commentary with you, Clear Mouse, or was I doing commentary with Zaf? And we were joined by Synac. And I think someone brought Synac food during the
serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, it sounded like that was going to be Zaf, because it was like a trio for one, because normally you only just have 2 commentators.
That's true.
I remember really enjoying that commentary. So. We found Hookshot Cave on Fear's side. Very convenient hookshot. We found the back of Skull Woods on Flip side. Okay, just more dungeons we're going to be able to clear.
That was the right way back into my heart. Zap with the best commentary.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping I'm down at SGL here in a couple months to do more cool commentary.
Mm-hmm. All right, Flip. By the way, without the fire rod, you mentioned about potentially sequence breaking right side GT. Flipheal is gonna sequence break Skull Woods. We see that for a pretty convenient bomb jump over to light the top torch first, and then we're running.
Ooh, that was a little close. He was taking some damage there from the Gibdos. I was not sure if he was going to be able to get that.
Yeah.
Fear, meanwhile, has found Hera.
Where did Flipheal get his Hera big?
That would have been in the mire area, I believe.
Okay, because Fear does not have a swamp map chest. Okay, thank you, Pichu. Right,
Which was the
right,
mire area.
and
I was right.
yes,
The
which is
attention.
yes. Everyone is correct. You were technically correct. Okay, the best kind of correct.
Best kind of correct.
Right. Okay, pendant number 2 down for Flip. Crystal 1 underneath his belt. Assuming piranhas wear belts.
I'm sure they wear belts. Look,
Mhm.
piranhas, canonically drive in the Mario universe now.
Yeah, that's actually true. A lot of things drive now in the Mario universe.
Kind of scary. Maybe I don't want to be a driver in the Mario universe.
Yeah, I sometimes wonder because like not all drivers I thought initially had like arms and hands and like feet. So I really didn't know how they were supposed to
How does
maneuver
Boo?
go-karts, but
How does Boo
all
hit
right.
the gas?
uh,
Oh my
all
goodness!
Flip
All right.
looks like he's gonna follow through, follow Fear up here. But yeah, one major difference again. I hope nothing's gonna be here in Hera big key chest for Fear's sake, because it
Yep.
would be kind of sad to be able to have to abandon this.
Yeah. Thank you, Clearmaster, by the way, for getting us back on track with the fact that we're commentating a Crosskeys seed.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is actually one of the nicest times of the year, in my opinion. I know that tournaments kind of go on year round, especially at this point, but it really does seem like this year, maybe kind of like even earlier, maybe late last year, there was a huge like push for entrance. Like a lot of people started getting to entrance, and you just see entrance pings like I don't know 10 times a day, basically. You want to run entrance, want to run entrance, and so there's a lot of enthusiasm for this mode. It's really great to see a lot of people enjoying this.
Yeah, I would go so far to say as Crosskeys has kind of taken over as the de facto base mode that runners play at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's kind of taken over for like number 1 spot because it's always kind of been between casual boots and Crosskeys.
Right.
Yeah, and I would still imagine, right? Like especially newer runners like to like not necessarily play entrance, play keys. So casual boots are both casual boots. Yeah, so you do get a lot of people play that, but also Crosskeys is people got custom enough to rando that they can play this.
And casual, I think the casual boots tournament is going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason that people are pushing for Kaz boots. I think we all still play Ambrosia, right? Absolutely. Who doesn't love a good Ambrosia seed?
I would be curious to see, like, if we have any, like, like logs of when, like, what seeds have been generated. Like, when was the last time someone generated an ambrosia or one ambrosia seed?
Somebody ping Boyne.
Oh, yes. It's a mode of the French tournament. Did anyone play this? Oh my gosh, yes. Amazing.
We're doing it again, Clearmaster. We're straying away from the ways.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, Flipheal is in Hera, and we are going to see what is in Hera Big Chest. This could be a pretty, as Dante like to say, pivotal moment.
Yep.
Like right now, like kind of comparing, contrasting what Flip and Fear have done. Like Flip has been, he has been in a very fortunate position where every single dungeon that he has intention of clearing has been like just single dip. That is a little bit of an exception because he tells you like well it's maybe some expected to double dip pod, but through all his painstaking efforts, like once he gets the thieves down, like he's gonna be able to like get the big chest as well, right? Whereas Fear, like we kind of need him to go back to pod before then, and then also be expected to sequence break as well.
Yeah, so like Flipheal's route has kind of just worked out better, slightly better than Fear's. Like, if you look at the overall dungeon progression, Flip has a full swamp on Fear. He also has the back of Skull Woods done, while Fear just has the Hera that Flipheal is about to complete, and now this back of Desert, both of which are very quick compared to, when Fear finds, or, when Fear goes back for Swamp and inevitably full clears it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it is a little curious. Like I am interested to know when Fear is going to head back to the mire area, because like at this point, maybe in his mind he's like, oh, I want to hold on to. There's another pod key. He's like, oh, I might want to hold on to going to the swamp area or the mire area because I know swamp is there until I have the swamp small. Well, the swamp small is in the mire area.
Yeah, it's on Desert Ledge, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is also one thing is like if you play like spoiler modes, right? You're very happy to see things like, oh, key to this dungeon, perfect. That's one fewer thing I gotta go and search for, right? And route in. And then if you're playing this without a log and you're trying to find things, you're like, well, I really want to bring X with me when I go beat this dungeon. And it's like, well, you would certainly go there if you knew there was a key to this dungeon, but you don't want to go there if you don't have it, right? It's a little bit more difficult.
So what Flipheal found in the Hera big chest was another pod small key. So we have 4 known pod keys at this point. That is a pod key that Fear is not going to get this seed.
Most likely not. I mean, I don't know if he ever goes back there, but it'll be like super low on his priority list. That's what I.
Yeah, and it is a little curious, like, you know, knowing that we also know that there's another pod key on left side swamp. The pod smalls are not in fantastic positions, so you start to wonder how much when Fear goes into pod, how much he is going to be able to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe at this point, since pod is just being kind of like forever put off because he has better things to do, maybe Fear is trying to hold out. Maybe maybe I'll go there with the pod big key because I want to do the back as well, and then I don't really want to do dark maze without being able to get the big chest.
Yeah, and he could be trying to think, you know, okay, maybe at this point I can try to hold off on single dipping pod. You know, given all of the items that we have, you know, it was pointed out like we need to find Eastern. We need there's a nice small key to pod.
Yeah, another pod small key.
So that is a nice one to find. We need to find Eastern. We need the Eastern big. We need the pod big. We need the ice rod. We need the GT big, and we need a castle tower small. Which sounds like a lot, but is fine for the most part.
Well, it kind of maybe depends if you at the grocery store when you see like those checkout aisles like 10 items or fewer, and then if you end up having like 35 cans of tomatoes, it all counts technically as one item. I kind of feel like all those keys that you just listed out, they're basically ice rods, so it's really just like one item, right?
Yeah, the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, yeah, those don't really. Oh, there's another. Okay, there's all of our pod keys.
Is on either tablet?
No, it was Meyer Big Chest.
Oh, Meyer Big Chest. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
so Fear is up to 4. Chad is pointing out that we're talking about food again.
I know. As soon as it cans, I'm like, what is a non-food canned item? And I couldn't think of anything.
Someone needs to Venmo or Uber Eats something to Clear Mouse like ASAP.
I swore I ate dinner before this. All right, either tablet, medallion to get into Turtle Rock, which we do not have. Oh, Fear has it. Where do you find this? Meyer? Let's assume it's Meyer.
But the Meyer big?
Sorry, the Ether medallion. He got that somewhere.
Oh, that was somewhere that is available. Glad I could help.
Yes. Well, that is what that opened up another entrance on the mountain. Whenever
Hey, look, there it is.
It's right here. It's right here. Thank you, Flip. That he is actually arguably the best person on this crew. It's just, where the heck is this? We'll just show you.
The runners are very good at listening to us for sure.
Yes.
Definitely.
I'm gonna also see. I'm curious to see what's in the big chest here. It is. I think you mentioned actually, is it out of logic? Or do we have all 6 pod keys like known?
We do have all 6 pod keys known now.
Okay.
The 2 that Flipheal are missing are in Meyer.
Okay. So that actually means then if we do Dark Maze, then we should be able to have the Thesan small key in logic as well.
Yes.
Okay, so the hope then... Okay, if there's nothing in Thieves' Town Big Chest, then Fear can clear this dungeon without a care in the world. He won't necessarily know that, because he doesn't know the Thieves' Town Big Chest is nothing. So then he'll actually save some time, if he doesn't have to, like, double dip pod over Flip. But if there's something important there, he will be very sad to have to go back if he doesn't come here with a small key.
Yeah, and you know, I wonder if pod is now beginning to be more appealing for FearAgent because he knows where it is. And now he has 4 keys.
Hello, Mitts in the Thieves' Town attic.
That's probably why we have our 6 pod keys.
Small key. Yeah. Blind Cell is the only chest behind the big key that is in logic without the small key. So, yeah. So in order to get to the attic and all this stuff, like logically, we need the small key.
Flipheal getting a little bullied, shaking his head on his camera about that.
Yeah. Thieves' Town, at least from what I remember from MG runners, everyone, by the time they get to the Thieves' Town, they're like, okay, don't worry, like, there's not that much going on. I'm ready to gold this thing, and then everything just bullies you. Yeah, and then you're just like, okay, I understand now why my gold or my PB is like not good.
All right, Thieves' Big Chest. What you got? Nothing.
5 rupees. Unfortunate. But I mean, it's still good credit for Flipheal being, again, like thorough and being able to come here with all of the necessary equipment.
It's definitely a I don't need to worry about it kind of thing. Let's see. Fear is going to go ahead and do right side GT. Notably does not have the GT big, so we'll be isolating the big chest. So that is something that does not exist for FearAgent. Unless we get the big key here.
To this dungeon. Yes, that is certainly very possible.
But I think even if you get the big key here, given that Fear is sitting on 0 keys, I think you have to take the small key that you get and would climb instead.
Oh. True. Alright, well the GT big key is not in the dungeon, so we are going to go hunt for it somewhere else. And as you mentioned, we do need GT big key to climb to beat Agatu, because that is required for all dungeons. It's funny, because, we start out at 216 collection rate total, right? And as the seed progresses, slowly but surely, the total CR that practically exists for each runner is like 215, 214, 213, because we have just locations that it's like, well, if it's there, I have lost the game, so therefore it doesn't exist. That was the fastest noping out of Eastern.
That's a faster nope than I do.
Holy frick!
Fear instantly recognized as the screen was becoming less black that this was Eastern.
Just green. Okay. Is this what happens? I was gonna say, is this what happens to you, wall kicks? When you're angry, you instead of you seeing green, or you see red, you see green, and then that's Eastern, and then you just nope out.
Yep, that's exactly it. Although it has been pointed out that I am not as strict as this on Ice Rod.
Where the heck is this? This is a good find.
This is at the Totorock entrance. This is.
Oh. We should come back here.
I would say, which is going to be fine for Fear, given that Thieves' Town is literally right here.
Yeah, and assuming he wants to go in without the small key, which again we've seen on Flipheal side is fine, then he'll be pretty good.
Bombaza.
1 letter off from Bombos, so it's kind of close.
Kind of
short-handed Bombos. Yeah. See, normally, actually, Fear, I thought, is actually an Eastern Dipper. So I was actually even more surprised that he decided to nope out. And not only that, he noped out so quickly that you would think that he had like years of practice for this too. So
I mean, I think the initial nope out was, hey, let me check Stumpy dig spot to see if I can just get the Eastern big right there. But this is kind of parlayed into doing everything else around it.
mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and I don't know if we'll end up going back. He at least know where Eastern is, and I mean the people who are prominent Eastern skippers, such as yourself and yes, Zelda, they do have some pretty strong accomplishments. So I mean, maybe you're not always crazy, right? Just sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like the route Fear is taking is going to route back towards Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, Flipheal, we did find the bomb shop, but given what our 5-6 crystals are, I don't even think it's worth it. Honestly, we'll probably just what Flipheal's doing is muscle memorying into Laser Bridge, but we're gonna go beat Trinex.
He has to go get his second Moon Pearl.
Right. Yes. Progressive Moon Pearls.
It's progressive Moon Pearls. The Super Pearl allows you to enter Metroid. Hey, this is an SMZ3 seed suddenly.
Oh, suddenly. Okay. I was thinking maybe we could take a shortcut to Bunny reviving.
I think if this were an SMZ3 seed, Fear would have no shot. Sorry, Fear.
Yeah. Not sure if I've seen him play Metroid. I mean, he can still play it offline, but yeah, Flipheal, though, on the other hand, he has played a lot of SMZ3, Super Metroid. Does do Zelda 1, Rookie Rumble. I've seen him on a stream.
Suddenly, this is a quad rando.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Chad has offered to play Super Metroid for Fear. Excellent. Mm-hmm. This is a tag team effort.
All right, nothing on Trinex, but again, this does kind of seem like we don't really have anything faster or better to do things with, and we get a free warp to the front, so we can do roller room now with our fire rod.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, though, Fear taking down his own pendant boss, which is Mothula.
I wonder if Fear goes back to Eastern right now. Nope. And yes, JB1 music. These runners are fast. These are runners who have played this mode for a very long time. They know the ins and outs. They do things quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're definitely looking at two extremely strong random runners in general, but also very good for Crosskeys. Oh. All right, nothing roller room. I don't even think. Oh, I guess Quake was Meyer insurance. That's what looks like our trackers have put down. So,
yes,
that's one more insurance.
I mean,
well, we came out of right. Yeah.
Yeah, so Flipheal did come out. Fear hasn't, because Flipheal bomb jumped across Beckrock for it.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where is Fear off to? This is the Mire area? Yes.
This is the Mire area. Okay, perfect. All right, that means we're going to be able to get our Swamp Small Key on Desert Ledge, and then we're going to clear Swamp.
Yep. So yeah, it still just honestly feels like Fear is still just kind of well behind.
He does have a desert clear for what it's worth over Flip.
Like he does have desert and Mire, but Flip has, TR, the ability, the finishing of TR, Thieves, and Swamp. Like I still think that Flipheal's route has just been more advantageous for him. Because Desert's super quick,
Mm-hmm.
Flipheal's going to be halfway to 75% of the way done with Mire by the time Fear is done with Swamp Palace, assuming Fear full clears this.
Right. Yeah. I cannot imagine Fear leaving an item behind. For multiple reasons. One is that we're like 6 items from go mode or something like that, and then also Fear himself is a self-proclaimed completionist. Like. It's just he has said, I'm probably with a lot of random runners in general, and be like, the one time I make a skip, that's the one thing that I need, and so then he just doesn't want to get burned again. Okay. I know we talked a lot about Flipheal's NMG. I do not imagine we're going to see an NMG fight here. We're going to use the silver arrows.
Something used wrong bow.
Yeah. Maybe we could have used the other bow. Got the same number of cycles.
I was pretty sure it would have been, just as fast as the dodge.
No. I mean, we give these guys a hard time only because sometimes it's just harder to like. These guys are obviously perform very well throughout the seed, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been aside from both runners forgetting that they had fairy when they were trying to bunny revive. This has actually been a very clean, clean routing, clean movement for the most part for these runners.
Yeah. The fairy revival was hilarious, by the way. Great to see. It makes them more human, right? Even these guys who played so long has forgotten. Or, can still be relatable.
And I mean, I think part of that is also just they both use the same item tracker, which doesn't actually tell you what's in the bottles.
Oh, man, I didn't even notice that until just now. Yeah, you're right. This is, I think, emo tracker. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I know there have been a lot of several trackers kind of floating around the community. And I guess, I don't know, humans are also creatures of habit. Once you kind of stick and got used to a tracker, if it's good enough for you, then, right, you just don't really tend to change. And sometimes it happens, so.
I mean, I spent 7 years using the same entrance tracker, which was, the OG Cephs tracker that only counted up to 5 and didn't have half of the icons that later versions have. Quite literally, only since the start of the co-op have I actually switched the tracker I use for solo Crosskeys.
Oh, in Trando, presumably?
Yes.
Yeah, especially with newer modes, more things. Good fire rod shots. More things, more different variations, more things you can shuffle, right? Into randomizer, right? The more a greater incentive for you to maybe switch over to something that's been kept more up to date. Right? Yeah, I think the introduction of, I believe, another mode for entrance or variation is Zelda Woods, right? It's another shuffle for Skull Woods. And I think that now introduces 2 new drop downs and another set of connectors. So then we wanted to add in more icons for that, right? Stuff like that. Key drop was also another one.
Key drop, yep. That's as you mentioned, just the introduction of more complex modes. The need for trackers that have the ability to handle the more complex modes become necessary. And as chat pointing out, 2025 Wallkicks switched up his entrance tracking. He learned, he set up auto tracking.
That is so technologically advanced.
2025 Wallkicks is an entirely different person. That's why
One day I'll learn.
That's why he's 2-2 in the tournament.
Oh well, you can lose up to 2 matches, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, this just for logistics stuff. Wallkicks is of course an admin, one of the admins of this tournament, and there's 7 weeks, right, of Swiss. This is week 4.
Yep.
Yeah, this is week 4.
This is
Or
week
5.
5.
I can do math.
I mean,
these guys will be.
It's quite honestly, we're already in week 5. That's insane. The tournament just started, right? I'm not.
Yeah, it really does feel like that for sure. Yeah. It's just and I think maybe because there's so much activity going on, because there are lots of people participating, and so you really see races just going on basically all hours of the day and night. For that matter, and so then when you see so many things going on, you're like, oh my gosh, how did time fly by so quickly? As opposed to maybe you only have 1 or 2 races a week for a tournament, and then you're just like, oh, the tournament's still going on, because you're still waiting, right? You're waiting for more races to be played. So no, it's just really great to see so many people participating in this tournament. And again, Fear and Flip, I don't know what their attendance records are for past Crosskey seasons, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they've been here for many seasons.
I want to say both at some point have made the play-in race at minimum. So I suspect both have been at 1.6 and 2. So Yeah, these are both really good runners, and you know, if you're able to, and if you haven't, please give both of these runners a follow, because you just get good times and good vibes with these guys.
Yeah, yeah. And these guys were also both attendants at SGL last year, or maybe year before. I want to say it was last year. Super, super friendly guys. I mean, really great to see and meet them in person. If you ever get a chance, highly, highly recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so now we're, you know, again, we hit that moment in the race where both runners are kind of doing what the other is doing, and we're still kind of doing that a little bit. But Flipheal will probably be the first person to get us new checks here soon. So let's do a quick, you know, hey, how's the seed going? Flipheal is going to finish up Meyer, giving him 8 of 10 dungeons. Fear is in Thieves Town right now. We'll get the mitts, which will give him 7 of 10. Of course, with those mitts, he'll be able to open the Turtle Rock entrance and get his Ice Rod to do 8 of 10. So again, I still think Flipheal has a slight lead, but now we're getting to the point where it's going to become who makes the right call for the Eastern big, or the pod big, or the GT big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with those mitts that Fear had just picked up. We do open up several more checks. Looks like maybe Flip is actually gonna go after one of them, or a few of them is gonna be like Dig Game and Smith.
Yep.
Maybe pick a purple chest.
Yeah, this is all stuff that, you know, Flip hasn't done. I don't think Flip has done much of. Well, looking at his tracker, he has actually done a significant part of South Dark World, so he'll be able to kind of finish this off fairly easily. He will have a little bit of a decision to make, because I'm assuming he does Smith Chain here, but also as part of this is he's going to find Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And that could very well be, like, you know, we could see the unfortunate Eastern big in Eastern.
I don't think that word means what you think it means, Wall Kicks.
I think it means exactly what it means.
Admittedly, you would like to go into Eastern with the Eastern Palace Big Key in your hand versus in the dungeon, so you're more confident about being able to full clear the place.
Absolutely.
It might be if the Eastern Big Key isn't Eastern. By the way, I think this is going to be one of those times where Fear, especially I believe his tendencies is to just go into Eastern when you find it. Is like, I can't believe the one time I don't go into Eastern, right? Like the Eastern Big Key is just there.
Right. Just trying to think. Okay, yeah, little bit surprised at how Flipheal is routing this. You know, he has the Smith in hand, but like he's kind of putting himself in a position where he's not going to do purple chest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, where was I thought we found the Smith house already. That was like somewhat accessible.
It's around the Eastern area. I think it's that cave just south of Eastern.
Oh, okay, like Hylia Ferry. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's maybe not like super floatable then, but then I mean it is, but like thinking. All right, we have
waiting.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So Flipheal's going to go into Eastern. So this is going to be one of the big inflection points of the race for sure. Given that we don't have a whole lot left, so the chances of something being in here is actually pretty decent.
Yeah. And Flipheal, for what it's worth, has not done GT right side yet. Chose not to go back or sequence break the thing. So if GT Big Key just chest has something, would be something that Flipheal is more accessible to be able to get.
Yeah, and it's gonna be that's also his excuse to also go redo Bob's chest, which he didn't get.
True. Yes. All right. There's our logical Mothula clear for a small key to Skullwoods in map chest, which is in logic.
A skull key to Small Woods.
Yes. All right. Fear, unfortunately, is back.
What are we doing here? Oh, we have the big key. So
chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, you know,
this is a pod key out of this, right?
Yeah. He will get his 6th pod key, which at this point might honestly drive him back into pod, or drive him into pod, like, because it's going to be his highest, by far his highest density of checks. I also think, just in my head, I don't think we've seen Blind's Hut yet.
That is a memory that I don't recall having. So I think you're right.
So there's still a couple of entrances, and there's still a couple of entrances accessible to us that could have said Blind's Hut. So at this point, you're kind of weighing: do I want to do that, or do I want to go into pod?
Yeah, well, at least for the time being, Fear is going to go and defeat Trinex and then do also Flip Diz, do the Brillo Room and the front of TR. Question mark.
Okay.
Desert Palace Small Key and Eastern Big Key chest. So now both Lamos and Desert Right Side are in logic.
Yep, and that's the only thing that we got out of Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah, there are only 2 checks behind Desert Small Key, for what it's worth, so the chance of maybe still having a single dippable Eastern Palace is on the table. But if the Eastern Palace Big Key is behind Desert Small Key, we will be a sad Fear Agent.
Flipheal, I know you don't think you have... Oh, okay, we're doing okay. In my head for a moment, I'm like, Flipheal is turning the Smith into the purple chest guy. But no, he's just checking the tab.
It's not follower shuffle. Don't worry.
It is not follower shuffle. Oh god.
All right, this was something that Fear had checked earlier. Meanwhile, Fear though is beating Trinex.
Yep,
So
and
this
will
pretty...
even up the dungeon clear.
Yeah.
That needs to be a thing. Oh, Tom, let me tell you.
Yeah,
It is a thing.
It is very fun. Very difficult, but also very fun. Yeah, suddenly you see like the maiden is in Zelda Cell or something, so you gotta go and get her in order to beat Thieves Town. Like, it is, it's very interesting. Okay, first, Smith's locked check, I guess, with the Smith is a GT small key, so we do have now enough to climb. Maybe something logic.
I wonder what we are doing here. What was here? Flipheal is thinking.
It is our thinking room. Maybe he'll do a little jig with the brown jug, and it'll get him to better... Oh, okay, right.
Ah, we're doing right side desert.
Desert, right side desert, right. So it's in the Dark World. Map
Fear
2.
already has his pot 6.
Yeah, I think he just needs to finish this for completion.
Yeah, yep.
Oh no. Oh,
that's a GT big.
That's a
okay.
GT big key. Hopium rising. I don't know what we're hoping for, honestly, but that GT big key, that will send Flip back to GT, right?
Yeah.
With that GT small key, especially that he got on Smith.
Absolutely, and he'll do right side probably into, the big chest and the climb. Eastern Dippers and Shambles, not.
Maybe not. We don't know where the Eastern Big Key is. Like, if Eastern Big Key is behind the sequence, like, now GT Big Key unlocks the big chest, and the climb, so that's like 5 items.
And here's Blind Set, so I think
here's
if you're Fear, you want the Eastern Big to be here.
Mm-hmm. Alright, this was also mid-slock, so it's pretty far. Eastern Big?
Pod Big,
wow.
but that's,
big.
That's 100% sending Fear to Pod.
Oh, yeah. It's actually great for Fear, because he has all 6 pod keys. He has not set foot in Palace of Darkness. Like, he is going to be able to single dip this place. Very rarely will you be able to, like, consciously be able to put off pod for so long, just because there's so many checks in there. But Fear was able to do it.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look, we're on the same screen.
Blind Sight was at the Ice Palace entrance. So I suspect Flipheal is going to head there shortly because, that is a very quick entrance to get to, and Flip knows that there's a 5-item cave still out there. Hey, look, he's going to Ice Palace.
Amazing. So this
wow.
said. We'll send Flipheal straight back over to Pod, so Fear's gonna follow. He'll follow Fear.
Yeah,
And,
the difference is, you know, Flipheal has already done a significant portion of Pod, and that's not, you know, that's time. And, you know, we're getting to the point in the seed where you have to consider, okay, you know, what do these runners have that could, you know, provide a time sink or a time save? And Fear is gonna full clear a Pod. Because he will not find his go mode in here for sure. He might find everything but his go mode, but he won't find his go mode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. So we need Eastern Big.
Yep.
Okay.
We need Castle Tower small.
Castle Tower. Okay. Yeah. The other ice rod.
No, not even for all dungeon purposes, because that's literally where Ganon is this time.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Flip
right, never
also
mind.
doing.
Here, yeah. Flip is. Oh, he's just
Well,
gonna potion real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, because the potion shop is actually right next to Pod.
Yeah, I think Fear did that earlier. I want to say.
It's not on his tracker, so yes, I'm going to assume that he
Mm-hmm.
turned it in because he definitely got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we say, even though Fear Flip is coming into Pod later than Flip, as you mentioned, because Flipheal's already been at Pod once. Like I would actually probably think that they're gonna be maybe going to like the back of Pod around the same time, or like I don't know, or maybe I guess we're gonna do it in different order since since Fear is here, and then he's just gonna beat the boss and then presumably clear out the back after he's done here.
Yeah, I'm not one to sit here and know off the top of my head which would be faster, but you know, Fear was gonna full clear this dungeon regardless. Flip is probably gonna finish full clearing this dungeon as well, given Flip doesn't have much left. So, you know, I'm trying to think what potential outs does Fear have. Because what Fear is still going to have to do is he's going to have to go through the entirety of Eastern to get the Desert Small and use that to get the GT Big. So even if Fear finds the Eastern Big in here, that's still stuff that he's going to have to do that Flipheal has already done. So where is FearAgent's out? I don't want to say there isn't one because this is rando. There's always one, but it's difficult to see one right now. So so Fear finishes off. Helma gets the mirror shield for his efforts, and for the moment takes a dungeon clearing lead. Have we seen every item cave?
Huh? Have we seen every item cave?
I've admittedly not been paying attention, but I think the only entrances that we have at this point that we haven't checked, that we have accessible to us, are going to be Hammer Pegs and the back of Skull. I think every other entrance
fire rod
is
locked. Mm-hmm. Flip checked Hammer Pegs. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I say that tracks considering he did do purple chest.
That is the big key to Eastern Palace for FearAgent in Harmless Hellway. You win again, Walquist. Begrudgingly.
You 100% said that about 3 seconds before that happened on my screen.
Oh really? Oh, I guess I'm just watching the stream. I don't know.
I was like, dang, that was quick. But no worries. Yeah, so that was the Eastern Big, which, you know, that does mean a full clear, a single dip of Eastern for Fear. But again, as I was kind of talking about earlier, like that's still not great for Fear in that Flipheal has already done most of Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah, and Fear still needs the GT big key. So he is not like well, I guess he will still full clear Eastern. And Flip will too. But that is official go mode for Flip, right?
No, because we still need CT2.
Oh, oh my gosh, you're right. This is the elusive tiny little ice rod that more becomes like a thorn as opposed to something useful.
So now it's going to kind of become, Fear's next play is Eastern Palace. Like the path is clear. Flipheal's next play is Eastern Palace. The path is clear. Flipheal will take the lead on Fear, given the fact that he has done most of Eastern. And then it's going to be a matter of what does Fear do? Fear will need to take that Desert small key 100% and get the GT big. Flipheal is going to take what he has and go into and probably climb GT. Maybe do right side as well, but you probably climb first.
Right, because he's only missing Castle Tower 2, and you don't have to do the climb anyway. I think GT is also not too bad to get back to, right? So if we can't find it, yeah. So then if we find the Castle Tower key upstairs, great. That means we didn't have to do right side at all. And then if we didn't, then Flip has a second chance. He can just go straight back and just do the rest of the basement. What I would be kind of concerned about if it's not on the climb, especially like for Fear, is that if the Castle Tower key is in the basement, like in the big chest.
Yeah, and like Flip in no way should do right side first. Flip should 100% climb first. And JB1 Music, they have to open all of the chests until they get the stuff that they need to beat the game. What we're talking about here, since this is the mode that is called All Dungeons, means we have to complete every dungeon, including Ganon's Tower, and also defeat Aga 1. And that's the holdup right now for our runners, is that Aga 1 requires 2 very specific small keys. We have one of those, we need to find the other one. And so the runners are still opening the checks, looking for the one small key that they need.
Did we check Castle Tower 2, the chest?
I don't think we've checked CT2 yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think we've checked CT2.
Yeah, I think I remember both of them at least checking the first one. And we have Jaxie? Okay.
That also tracks.
That is actually a good sigh of relief, because if you haven't checked any of them, one of the keys can't just be in there.
Chad also pointing out that they both had the Castle Tower key when they found it.
Right. Yep. Okay, right. Awesome.
And you're already seeing just like how much faster a go mode Eastern is to a non-go mode Eastern.
Yeah, kind of after most of the dust settles. So Fear still needs to go to Desert right side to get his GT big key. But yeah, Flip is... Yeah, we can kind of see now the difference in time, right? So Fear is going to go and beat the clear the back of Eastern, which is probably like another, I don't know, minute or so. And then go to Desert right side, which is maybe another 45 seconds or something. So that's the amount of time that Flip does in fact have extra as buffer to be able to look for a CT2.
Yeah, and he's doing exactly what you do in this situation, which is you climb first. Because if CT2 is just up here on the climb, great, you're done. If CT2 is not here on the climb for Flipheal, he probably comes back into Turtle Rock or into GT because he hasn't done right side. Take it all the way to the big chest, and win. I don't know.
It's certainly looking like Flipheal's race to lose at this point. I'm trying to think if there are other locations that Fear can go to that Flipheal probably won't want to go to.
Fear would kind of need to Hail Mary that there's still an item cave available at GT.
Oh, I forgot. We have not come out of that entrance yet. So with 7 crystals, that is an option for us.
It
Very,
is
very uncommon, by the way, for that actually thing to be required. But I would also imagine that Fear is just going to do like what Flipheal is doing right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, after he gets his
well,
GT big, yeah,
yeah.
and climb.
Although he's right next to the Smith chain, this is going to be a Smith chain,
True.
which is very unfortunate because this is just time that he doesn't have at this point.
Mm.
Which is totally reasonable. Like this is absolutely a reasonable play from FearAgent, but this is just going in the almost from. Honestly, I think from like the 30-minute point on, Flip has just kind of had the slightly better routes. Although this is actually a nice piece of routing by Fear. This is a really nice way to get the GT big.
Yeah, we picked the Smith. There's a desert entrance, yeah, at library, I think that's where he was. And he's gonna GT big immediately. We might just be taking our Smith friend up to climb, by the way.
I was gonna say, yeah, if I'm Fear, I'm just taking the Smith to climb with me. Like we're on an adventure. We could very suddenly, if Fear is so inclined, we might have a Smith on a Ganon fight.
That would be amazing. I mean, he is the admin for co-op Crosskeys. You are allowed, in this case, to take a companion with you. In game, not controlling, like playing the game, but in game, it's fine. We're gonna see what is here up in Upstairs GT. Not a CT small key.
So the question is, if it's not behind the climb, what options do we have left? Nice GT small.
To this dungeon. Hilarious.
Like, Flip's obvious next play is, I think, to come back for right side and the big chest. Oh, but it's Ice
No.
Palace. Oh,
No,
that was so mean.
Oh, at
All
least
right.
like the small key to this dungeon text is like, like it's very like verbose, right? It's like a small key. Okay, it's like okay, that's probably not the small key we're looking for, and then you see oh man,
So we have found every small key in the game except our second castle tower key.
Of course.
And yes, Haiku, it is my favorite small key, just not in my favorite place.
All right, well, Fear is gonna have the exact same experience that Flipheal did. Pick up every also small key in the game, besides the one that he wants.
Yep, although I think he might be missing a GT small, because the friend that's behind him is holding his last GT small.
Oh, true. That's true. Yeah, good thing we had a small key in Conveyor Star Pit's pot key behind Compass Room to be able to climb.
I'm sorry, what?
It's called, in the spoiler log, it's called Conveyor Star Pit's pot key. It is like the most engineer.
I don't even know where that is.
Name that's behind Compass Room, right? If that's the pot that it's the pot that you picked up the key, it didn't register in your inventory, and then you mirrored. That's the maybe we can call it the wall kicks key.
Pain. Anyways, Flipheal found the castle tower key on Magic Bat, so just a slight tease, but that is go mode for Flipheal.
All right, that means that Fear is gonna be able to be in go mode on Magic Bat as well after this.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
But unfortunately, is going to be just a little too far behind. So unless something catastrophic happens to Flipheal, this will be a win.
Mm-hmm.
Fear thinking, gosh dang it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Will
does the Smith
disappear
disappear
after Aggro 1 or
after?
Aggro 2?
I think the answer is yes, unfortunately. I want to say at least Aga 1, maybe Aga 2. We're gonna find out, at least for Aga 2.
I was like, I know it's not Aggro 2 because we've absolutely seen the Smith on the Ganon
Oh,
fight.
okay, okay. Oh, he's even got a little green tunic on. How cute.
and he disappears.
And Shadow. Yeah, and a Shadow. Man, I gotta learn some of these tricks.
I'm a little suspicious about our Smith friend.
Yeah, our
Suddenly,
friends.
yeah, guys.
Maybe he's on espionage duty.
All right, that is Aga 2 down for Fear. He will drop into Magic Bat and get his Go Mode CT key, but unfortunately for Fear, Flipheal is already essentially on Aga 1, and we're about to see probably the best person I've ever seen do this hook dash. Flipheal, don't disappoint me.
Expectations are quite high. Oh my
Look
gosh!
at that!
Holy flip!
he heard me. He did not disappoint.
Wow, dude. Look
Meanwhile,
at the head of that
I can't even get that dash if my life depended on it.
Even the mirror shield that he has such disdain for is past the torch. Like, that's just how good his dash was, distance.
Alright, so Fear now moving on to Aga 1, notably with the Smith still in hand.
Okay, alright, we've learned something today. Or confirmed something, that it does not go disappear after Aga 2.
Yep.
I really hope it stays then after Aga 1, because that would be awesome.
You know, I don't think Fear is the kind of person to finish seeds once their opponent finishes, so I suspect we might not find out.
Yeah, I guess like the distance, the amount of time that Flipheal has right now on the Aga fight versus I think when Fear will land on the pyramid after Aga might be more than a Ganon fight's worth of time.
Mm-hmm. And it did look like Aga was a little mean.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't he know that we've got places to be? Beds to go sleep in? Yeah, one more venture over to the whirlpool. I'm gonna take our shortcut. See this lot, of course, also an NMG. We're gonna go do our lumberjack, and then we're gonna be Ganon, and then yeah, Flipheal will be sitting at a very comfortable 4-1 at the end of this race.
Fear doing the hook dash that I usually get.
The frog really can sometimes drag you down, right? Like he's like, no, like I'm thirsty. I need to go home, and then he just tried to drag you back. It's very understandable. Yeah, Flipheal already into phase 3. This might be a little tight in terms of if Flip will finish before Fear Fear can start Ganon.
I think Ganon is going to need to do a lot more warps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Flipheal is, what, 35 seconds away from finishing at this point? If
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Setting up. Well, I was going to say setting up for a double, but nope. Or for a triple, but nope. We're setting up for the double. Gets the fourth. GG's to Flipheal. He's going to take this one. He is going to move, like you said, to 4-1. Honestly, just a pretty good race all the way around.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of all of this, it's only going to be separated by a couple minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, big GGs. And again, like 7 weeks of Swiss, 5-2 record gets to do the play-in race. But of course, if you have a 6-1 record or 7-0, no, not 7-0 is not possible here. You will just automatically get a spot in brackets. And right. And like Fear being in 3-2 definitely does not exclude him whatsoever from being in contention for brackets.
Yep. Very importantly, we lost the Smith.
That is sad.
Look, I became very suspicious of the Smith, when he was disappearing during Aga 2. Like,
that's true. That's true.
You
should all be pretty suspicious.
Are the Smith and Aga the same people? Like, is this just canon now?
Do you think the Smith can split into 3? Like one Shadow Smith and then one like Solid Smith? Because if he can, I am fully on board with this.
He can already shapeshift into a frog.
True. He doesn't even need this like Pearl, right? In order to actually do anything.
Alright, if you're already on phase 3, you're seeing that the gold sword makes the Ganon fight very fast. I do see
really
is in the waiting room. I would say I do see Flipheal is in the waiting room.
Okay, alright. Oh, we might as well, if Fear is willing to come in for an interview, or we'll just talk to Flipheal right now. Hello, sir. GG's.
Thanks, GG's.
Well played. I'm sorry about the mirror shield.
I should have never grabbed the GT map chest. Mistake.
It's hard to make that call at that point. Also, get your GDs in for Fear, finishing about 2.5 minutes behind Flipheal. Like I said, overall a pretty close race. It just overall felt like Flipheal's route was just slightly more advantageous for him. Like, I don't want to say convenient or better because this was one of those. This seed was a little bit more open. But I think it's just slightly more advantageous. I can speak. Hi.
Yeah, you had fewer holes in your route. Like, you were able to do Thieves Down big chest, you were able to do the Hera big chest, like, kind of like the first time through. And so that certainly helped with some time, because you didn't have to go back for it, right?
Yeah, I felt like the only thing I really, other than the pod double dip, which everyone's going to do, like the only one I really did was Eastern. So I felt pretty good, like getting the Mire big key before finding Mire kind of thing.
We have Fear in the waiting room. Oh, he got a fatal error at the end.
All
right, well,
this crash. Well,
interesting. But anyways, Fear is in the waiting room, so let's get him in. We're joined now by Fear. Hello, Fear. GG's.
Yo, Fear. GG's.
It's a pretty fun seed.
GG, Fear.
I was gonna say, yeah. Overall, like it was. I don't want to say it was a pretty straightforward seed, but it felt like you were consistently having things to do. You were never really stuck at a point to where you're like, oh, am I down to one or two?
Well, the Moon Pearl, I think I don't know what the difference was, but that Moon Pearl kind of got me.
Yeah, you still got the Moon Pearl first, but I think I did comment, a little bit about like, oh, I see you're starting to follow connectors more. You resorted to bunny walking. I'm like, oh no, did Fear forget that he has access to a turtle rock?
Yeah, I forgot that I could get to Laser Bridge like logically from Turtle Rock West, and then luckily I found Turtle Rock East. I mean, I had nothing.
Yep.
I had nothing else to do. I think I had the front of Turtle Rock, that one check in front of the Turtle Rock that I could think of, and I was like, crap. I guess I'm just bunny walking. And then when I found Turtle Rock East, I was like, oh no, I can get all the way to Laser Ridge. And then I saw the Moon Pearl. I'm like, wait a second, because I death warped. And I'm like, and the moon pearl was there. I'm like, what? Is there a light world entrance I missed or something? And I came out and I'm like, I stood there for a second. I'm like, what is the logic? And then I saw where Turtle Rock East was or West was, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. You're not dumb. No. It's just, you played a co-op seed right before this, and seed bleed is a real thing. Plus, you've been playing a lot, so.
Yeah, I don't know if seed bleed really. I mean, the seed was actually pretty fun. Like I even thought, like, man, like got pretty boots pretty early. I had good movement, and I felt good about everything. I mean, I only have 4 things left in the game, so I'm guessing that's why I lost. Or I don't know, maybe Flip just did everything better than I did, but.
I mean, I could comment my opinion on that. I just think I think it was a little bit of the early game, and then I think when kind of as you said, or kind of as I said, when you started just checking your connectors, when you were forgetting about where the moon pearl or about TR bridge essentially, I felt like that bit into the time that I felt that took a bit of time away from you. Is kind of what I saw.
Yeah.
The other thing too I was saying before is like once I got the moon pearl, I did like some North Dark World, got the mirror, and then I didn't immediately rush village. I did the Link's house area or the Hype Cave area up into the castle. So I had the mire big before whenever I found mire, and I also found like whatever loop it was for like hook shot into thieves, into like whatever that weird connector chain was that I found at a reasonable time. So the only thing I really double dipped other than pod was Eastern. So I don't know. Just
I didn't double dip. I didn't double dip anything.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you did have to go back to Thieves Town. Yeah, like you had to go back to Thieves Town as well.
That's true. Yeah.
But
I single dipped pod. Single dipped Eastern. I single dipped Mire. I single dipped Ice.
Yeah, like you were able to essentially single dip everything. You did go back into Hera for the big chest and get the pod small, but that was part of your route. That was fine. Again, it was just I think it was just again just that slight hesitation of remembering the logic for the pearl that kind of gave Flipheal a little bit of an edge, and I think it just kind of stayed that way the entire time.
But you said I got the pearl first.
Yeah, but Flipheal had already done Ice Palace at that point.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he had a full Ice Palace over you while you were doing your connectors. That didn't necessarily lead to anything, and Flipheal was able to kind of parlay that into, by the time you were doing Ice Palace, Flip had already kind of overtaken you on, like, picking up the Moon Pearl and starting some more Dark World stuff.
I mean, it was only 2 minutes, so I don't think it was that'd be that's hard to assess. But
it is for sure.
Did
the only other
Flip...
thing too is I didn't say skip, but I goofed the Bob's chest, so I didn't do right side GT until the very end. So I basically climbed, and then I was like, because I only had the climb and right side GT left, so I climbed, and then if it wasn't in the climb, I was going back. So I did skip the right side, so that probably gained me a minute too. I'm assuming you did right side.
Yeah, I did right side. But did you take the Smith on a journey through Ganon's Tower and Castle Tower?
No,
he did not.
I think we know who the real winner is here.
We were very curious to see if you were going to be able to take that Smith into the Ganon fight. We were really hoping.
I was
really hoping.
Yeah. When he disappeared after Aga 2 or Aga 1 or whatever, I was like pretty disappointed because he went on a journey.
He did. It was fun. It was fun to watch. But this was just honestly just a really fun race all the way around. So I was really happy to take part in commentating. You two are both fantastic runners and fantastic people.
It's been a while that I've lost a race, and I don't feel like terrible. Like Flip's really good. I feel like I played well. I mean, 2 minutes is 2 minutes. That's pretty close in an Elden seed. I don't know. I have 4 checks left. I have Thieves Town, Big Chest, Smith Purple Chest, and GT Big Chest. Those are the 4 checks I've got left. So, I feel good about that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and now we're just tied. Now we just have to have a grub match because it was a year or 2 years ago that you beat me. So now we're just.
It's
tied
been a
for
while.
the
Yeah, I haven't joined the Crosskeys tournament for a while. So yeah. Did I win the last time?
You did, yeah. I specifically remember it because I like full cleared the game and I found a Harabig and Pendant Mire, and I was like, oh no. And then I never like did the top of Hera and like sequence break, and it had boots in there. So I'm like, yep, all right, I lose.
Yeah.
Oh no. Unfortunate. But GG's to
thanks
both
for-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for commentating. That was fun.
Yeah. And we had a lot of fun. Clear Mouse, I hope you're able to get food at some point.
I swear I ate dinner before this.
Yeah, I haven't eaten
Oh.
dinner. I went from
Oh no, I'm sorry.
a stupid co-op that was very dumb right into this, and I haven't eaten. It's now 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna go. So thanks,
Yeah, I
Flip.
saw everyone
GG's.
doing the co-op. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. I wouldn't have after work today. I wouldn't have the brain power for all that.
Yeah, it was
Kudos to
that was definitely a mistake, especially the seed, which required you to clear all 7 crystals to get open GT.
Oh yeah, the open
we totally,
GT.
we totally forgot
Oh, that's my
about.
favorite kind of seeds. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
because it was Ganon was on Lumberjack as well, and we were looking for the Cat Star Soul. So that didn't go well, and then I had fun here. But GG's to everyone. Thanks for tracking. Thanks for comms. Flip. Good luck in the next round.
Yeah, you too. Echo the sentiments of the comms. Resumes tracking. This was fun. And Clear Mouse, I'd just like to apologize for my terrible Silvers fight. Like, not even a bow. Like, my Silvers fight looked like bow, Landmo. So, I'm sorry for that.
There might have been some other chat commentary about how you could have had the same number of cycles if you had switched to the regular bow as well. So,
Very true.
but this was so much fun. Thank you guys both so much. And yeah, please, Fear, get some food. And yeah, Flip, yeah, thank you again. Wall Kicks, thank you so much for being able to commentate this with me.
Of course, Clear Mouse. Always happy to do commentary with you.
I also want to thank Jaxie and Pichu. They were the actual people who did the work. For this, we just kind of babbled for 2 hours. So thank you both so much. Always a pleasure to see you. Any other
Definitely.
thoughts? Otherwise, I'm not sure if Tom Talk is here. Are we going to close out the stream?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll ping Tom. Be like, hello, please end us. But yeah, I'm sure there will be more Crosskeys getting streamed here. Oh, hi, Tom.
All right, I'm gonna send this over to the others. Sorry, everyone. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for trackers tracking. Thank you for the rounds. It was a great race. I was watching most of it, so we'll get you guys out of here, and then we'll move on. And yeah, there should be some more Crosskeys. Maybe not tomorrow night, but at least by Sunday, unless someone else wants to take one. I don't have the ability to do anything tomorrow. But have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much for